This is my personal view on US dollar for the week. And not only on US dollar, we'll also be talking about some major pairs we'll be focusing on in this week based on geopolitical event and news we have for the week on US card, Australian dollar, and New Zealand dollar for the week. So we'll be focusing on these major pairs and what I expect overall for the week. So stay tuned as we dive deeper into this. So, and another major factor that will affect the market is what the geopolitical event in the Middle East currently. So, I did talk about it yesterday in DSY Outlook that was taken down this morning, right? I do talk about it, the geopolitical event that it will likely trade into this particular area for a possible pullback before a bearish order flow. Now, since the war looks like it will likely happen, and if that will happen, it will strengthen US dollar, and it will also strengthen what? Gold. So it will strengthen gold, it will strengthen US dollar. And when it strengthens gold and strengthen US dollar, which one will overpower the other, right? So technical analysis will give us a hint of that before we pick a full higher time frame bias on gold. But on US dollar, since the war will likely happen based on forecast and all, we will expect the war to happen. And if the war happen, we will strengthening US dollar. That means this pair will be bullish. So earlier on, I did talk about that war that is looming around, but since it's not kind of like something that will likely happen that as of yesterday. So that is why I said we will likely expect what, even with that geopolitical event, we still expect what, bearish movement in price. So since we have this some news this morning now based on how it is happening, all right, in the Middle East, if that will happen, we'll have what, US dollar being what is safe currency. So we expect what to be what bullish from this particular support level. So right here, market traded into this resistance level, give us what a bearish movement. Right here again, another resistance level movement into this current support zone. So yesterday it was around here, and I expected market to trade lower daily time frame from my yesterday outlook. I expect market to trade just, you can see what I marked up yesterday. So the current range where we are now is from this low to this high. Now this is one of the major key, or let's say, advantage of this weekly look. It will help you now to know areas you should focus for the week. So one major area you should focus for the week is focusing on this what, this structural low, right? Just from this structural low to this structural high. So without considering anything, this will tell you now, okay, this is where market will likely range, right? Where market will likely trade within. So we expect market to what, be from this area for the week. So since that is our expectation, now what is another thing? What, daily, weekly bias. So we have just short-term downtrend right here. So if market now give us what, a reason to buy this DSY, right? That means if DSY is buying, pairs will be selling. So if market give us a reason to buy here based on the news, and if that war eventually break out, we expect what, rally on US dollar. So you join the buyers to trade to this range. This is your first priority for the week, because it will make what, US dollar is safe haven where many people will put their money into. Most people in USA, most people in Israel, and major part of the country would save their money because of the geopolitical event. So now we dive deeper into this today's outlook. We have our weekly market briefing, which is from August 5th to August 9th of 2024. So we have key economists released this week. That is news of the week. We have on Monday, though we have a Canadian no economist news. That is a holiday for Canadian dollar today. So which will make Canadian dollar to be weak. So against US dollar, that will happen around 3 p.m. today, I believe. And if the news come out based on forecast and all, if the news come out positive, we will expect what, a bullish movement on US uh, against Canadian dollar. All right. So we also have a news on Tuesday on Australian dollar. All right, cash rate and their own monetary policy every day around 5:30 a.m. So on that same Tuesday, we also have another news by 11:45 p.m. That is almost midnight. All right. So employment change and unemployment rate that very day. So those news, I'll also give my key factor in terms of key levels to watch out for those news and what I expect on those major pairs. On Wednesday, we don't have any any news, right, or any economics release news for that very day. Then on Thursday, we'll have news by what 3:40 a.m. in the morning, right, on AUD. So I don't think maybe anyone should be trading that very news in terms of but most of the times what I do for news is either I take the trade before the news, let's say 30 minutes before the news, or I wait just after the news. If the news were out as manipulation, after the news, I take my trade. So that is what I do most of the times. Then we also have another news on Friday. Now, key pairs to watch out for this news, right? Or key pairs to monitor for the week if you're planning to take advantage of this news for the week. We'll have AUD against US dollar. All right. We'll have New Zealand against US dollar and USD against Canadian dollar. So these are major currencies you should watch out for the week. Now, market sentiment, we'll have that is the market sentiment, all right? Risk appetite, neutral, awaiting key economic data, all right? Okay. Okay, now for the key level, we move into the level which we see on the chart now. So on USD against Canadian dollar on this weekly time frame, so we have structure range, which is the external liquidity or the week high, which I'm expecting market to run, right? But since USD is safe haven currency, and I'm expecting it to gain strength more. So since I'm expecting to gain strength more, we expect market to run this high, run this high. So on daily time frame, go to daily time frame, which you can see, we have our new structure range just from here. Here, this is our current structure range. So this will now help you to know areas you should focus on for the week. So it become market can take this as liquidity sweep, right, where you have your PY just right below it. But currently, based on the geopolitical event, so I expect after the short sell that will happen, then I expect buy on lower time frame. Even in terms of Canadian news that is coming uh weekend, sorry, on Friday, right? So based on that news that we saw earlier on, so I expect that news to be trade into this particular level for the week. So the major view that news, since today is just Monday, so we have about 4 days left before that news. So today's holiday on Canadian dollar, so I don't expect Canadian dollar to be volatile today, except USD banks that will likely push it higher. So from that, so that means Canadian dollar will not be that strong. And there's also a news today on USD, so which can push price little higher. So after pushing price little higher, so within the week, if we have market sweeping this high, we expect Canadian news to be positive. If the Canadian news is positive, we expect it likely come back and induce this low before we see some rally based on the geopolitical event happening in the Middle East and US dollar, right? So that is what I expect. So for now, from today, tomorrow, and on Wednesday, we expect somewhat buy movement price. So that is that on Euro, USD, and Canadian dollar. Okay, so on EUD, USD, just like I said, based on the geopolitical event, we are seeing market rallying downside, and we have what sweep this low. And since we have swept this low, and you notice it even on crypto market, it's bleeding. Why? Most of them are what against US dollar. So most people are what already saving their money in US dollar currently. So since they're saving their money in US dollar, they what make the market bleed more. But the market is rejecting this particular level currently. Right now, based on the fundamental, right? Is this news coming up Tuesday, 5:30 m. So cash rate and RMB monetary policy. So in our forecast, they are not expecting what any change, right? On both of the the news, right? On the cash rate and the RMB monetary policy statement. All right, they are not expecting what any change. So since we are not expecting any change, that will what give us now a hint of what we expect UD USD Tuesday, and likely possible movement before the news. All right, because there are some news that happen just before the time. All right, you should be aware of that in trading. So we dive deeper now into the currency pair. So that will give us a hint. We're expecting uh, more bearish order flow for the week based on the geopolitical event happening now in the Middle East. So, and there is another area we can focus on for market to trade into currently now on this UD USD. So we expect market to trade into this particular long week candle. And that will be our next support level where market will likely what push up higher for that Tuesday news. If the news come out positive, so we expect market to what push up higher around this particular level. But based on the geopolitical event, this still remain our new resistance level. Right? This remain our new resistance level. We will watch out for price for more bearish order flow. Right. And if you follow storyline, you should understand that this is what a clear resistance level. You can what wait for price to trade into it, reject first, all right? Because one thing about trading is more of what reaction than what prediction. So reaction is most important in trading. So after marking at your level, wait for what reaction, all right, which is operational logic, all right, on how you think in trading. So it's very, very what important. That is that. Yes, so we'll be looking at New Zealand USD. On New Zealand USD, based on the geopolitical event happening, we have seen how strong US dollar is currently. And that is one advantage of war for US dollar. So whenever there's war, always strengthen US dollar most of the times. Anything that happens around the world that can shake the world will absolutely what make US dollar to be stronger. You should have at the back of your mind as a trader. All right. So even if there's another country that I even attack USA, all right, most of the times it will what strengthen that currency. So you should be aware of that as what a trader. Since we have that in mind, that will give us now new structure range that okay, where should we focus on within the week? So our street structure range will still remain from this high, but we have just an imbalance just right above it. So our current resistance level will be this. Our current support level will be this I marked earlier on, and this current support level where market is rejecting from now. So based on the uh, news for the week, our calendar, so which I will show later on, I expect what some movement of price down lower. But that calendar we have, let's see the calendar now. One on Tuesday, implement change. All right, implement change and non-implement rate. So, and based on forecast, you can see right here, right, is on forecast. So you can see the actual forecast right here. So based on this, I'll be deducing my own point and my expectation on New Zealand USD from. So far less in terms of the forecast will be better for the currency. I'm expecting what positive impact on the New Zealand news, right? Since I'm expecting what a positive impact is for Tuesday and the other news we have. All right, because we have two news on this New Zealand, dollar, which is on Thursday. So since we have these two news, um, I'm expecting the first news. I'm expecting to what positive. So since I'm expecting to positive, so we have what some rally tomorrow, but bullish movement, and that won't have much effect in the market. So after the news, you take your trade and expect what the geopolitical event is possible what bearish order flow for the week. So this is what I expect on this news the week. So now and I also share my view on good yesterday on from that good uh, daily bullish storyline, and 1 hour time frame. I expect market to give us some bullish movement into the imbalance, and market has already done that, and it's rejecting from that imbalance, giving us what idea that will likely what have some lower low on gold. So that is that on gold. So other pairs, I'll be giving my outlook point of interest. Please understand the reason for point of interest is mostly area you should focus on, not just when market trade into that area, you take trade. Rather, you wait for reaction and your trading plan to play out. Then you react based on price or based on your trading plan to go to what take your trade and go to your particular direction. So those are the important of what outlook. So I'll be keeping you guys updated in this particular weekly outlook and my other work on across my social media. So that's all for today. Good luck.